hermetic between everybody. Living together was also a simple house. So that was a period, and a lot of people are not conscious about the fact that if we want to understand the future, we also have to understand the past. So we had 3 apart houses, and the life context was not looking at the working context and vice versa. And then what was so special about the 70s and the 80s? Jean-Paul, can you pass the next slide? What was happening there? Why do we have it so difficult today to gather in relationships? In that time, the 70s and the 80s, there was one view on the world. Everybody thought the same, did the same, act the same, and it was a very simple life. We don't say it was perfect or better than today, but 3 generations ago, we all lived together like in an hourglass, and all the sand was going down. The elder one, the dad, the boss, everybody had the power, and the sand was going down. Maybe it was too simple then. Maybe it was too uniform. Maybe it was too mono, or too dual, or too collective. But one thing was for sure, it was simple. And then we passed with our plane into a time of turbulences, which we can see on the next slide. In the 80s, there was a tsunami of changes especially in relationships. There, where the house was very simple in the 70s, in the 80s and the 90s, a lot of things changed. There were shared territories. Everybody was searching for positions. Communication was coming up. Participation was something new, a new challenge. And we made a lot of more and more complex structures. And the more complicated we made it, the more we lost ourselves and the others. So for me, that is a bit the timetable where the turbulence was going up, welfare was going up, but well-being was inclining. So suddenly we were searching for space between the sexes, the generations, the positions, and we saw it at home, we saw it at work, and we also saw it in society. And it was a time of searching. That time is still busy, but it has to change. But if everybody looks to another glass, to other spectacles, then we all get confused. And you can see that on the next slide, Jean-Paul. In the first period, 70s and 80s, we had only one glasses and everybody looked to the same glasses. And what happened in that tsunami of changes, the hourglass was very confusing because the sand was coming on from above, and at the same time from under up, there was starting a new transition. People wanted things to change. And there was participation, there was diversity, there was inclusion, digitalization, mondialization. So we got very confused, and instead of one view, we got a lot of views. So now we are a bit in the middle. There is a very stressy energy going around. Some people say above must drop. The new ones who say it must come up are saying, no, there is no. This is very important to understand the future and to reconnect together. We must understand the past and the present. So this is the area where people are thinking, is it now too complex, too multiform, too diverse, too individual? Have we too much rights? So everybody's a bit confused. Some people want to go back to the 80s. Other ones say, no, we have to change. And then we come to the now, and that's the next slide. So we come from the 80s where everything was regulated and very simple. And then we got a lot of new good things, but we made it so complicated that we don't find inner peace and relational peace. So we have to go back again with the strengths of the past. So I put my hourglass down because then it can flow. We have the wisdom of our ancestors, and we have the enthusiastic youth who also bring new things. And when you let sand run from one side to the other, then you have flow. And that is what my job is, and that it's also my mission in life, is how can we be together again if everybody has another view on the world, another wish, another thinking. And I have tried during 40 years to find a universal language, 33 words to unite homes, working and living people. And that is what I do. And I hope to spread the word with it because it's universal values, it's sustainable, and it's all together. And this is my story.
Great. Good to listen to your story, Lieve. It's a smooth story. Confused we won't be after the story of Lieven, but we are after, sort of 75 years of soaps. And sort of smoothened with advertisements to consume whatever we would like to consume. And that's what we're in the middle of that. So it's good to listen to your story. Thank you.
Thank you. My English is not so fantastic, but I brought it with my heart and with love. And what I want to give is hope. Hope because everybody has something to add. And if we add all the best and all our vulnerability, we will get there.
Thank you very much, Lieve. Really beautiful. And thank you, Rob, for making your comment. Your English is very good. I think nobody had any problems with your English. Don't need to feel anything shamed about that because it was very, very good. Okay. Thank you very much, Lieve. If anybody wants to ask any questions to Lieve, you can also use the chat and chat with Lieve about this so that we can continue with the story, because our next one will be compassion, dealt with by Marion, but we are not giving the word yet to Marion because we have a piece of music first. And that music is presented by the singer. She has created this song, One Planet, but she was hospitalized this week, and she is recovering right now. But yesterday, she decided to record a message for us. So I am going to show you, before we do the music, we want to listen to the message of Melody from the United States, who is the singer and songwriter of The Planet, which we will hear next. I'm going to share this with you first. Let me see if I can do this. Well, this is the message. Can you see Melody right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay, then we're going to listen to her.
A virtual hug and warm greetings to all of you. I'm Cheryl Melody Baskin, CherylMelody.com. I live in Massachusetts, and I love the subject of inner peace. I believe in it. I believe in the motto, peace begins with me. The more peace, the more healing we have within ourselves, the more we will be able to send the vibration of peace out into the entire world. Both are connected with each other. Activism begins in our soul of souls, from inside out. And the more mindful we are of how many times we judge someone, of our words, our thoughts, our actions, our reactions. Do they lift someone up? Do they put them down? Do they lift us up? Do they put us down? The more mindful we are of all of those things, and the more we are willing to give empathy and compassion and kindness to others and embrace our unity and be curious about it, and also realize that we are all the same. We all have the same heart beating in the same way. Then that is peace and inner peace leading to peace on earth and a new story for our one humanity. And so my song, One Planet, reflects all of this. Enjoy it, sing along with it. It's one people, one global nation, one planet, and together we can live. We're all the colors of one rainbow, all the feelings of one heart, all the music of one voice. Let's reach for a brand new start. Thank you so much for having this special program. Until we meet again, peace begins with me. Bye for now.